Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to set up a calendar like this of availability so that you can send to your clients and your customer, your audience, for them to select a time for a meeting, consulting call, or maybe it's a webinar or training or any kind of activity or event that you want to give them some choices with times, and then for them to select themselves, and then for the whole process to be basically automated after that, so that the customer gets an email with a calendar reminder. They can get an email reminder coming up to the event, maybe even SMS, and it's all just done and simple. So you don't have to follow up to do anything, apart from obviously joining for the call at the right time. So you can see here, very easy. The customer would just click and then go into it. So let me show you how to do it. So we log in to GReminders if you haven't already, and we get to the homepage. You can see here some of the meetings that I have coming up, and GReminders has automatically pulled the phone number and email address from the description in these Google Calendar entries. You can see here, for example, this is in the details for this entry here. And so what we're going to do in GReminders is we've got to set up the event type first. So we go to hit your profile picture, go to event types, and we're going to create my first event type. We're going to start by creating a consulting call time. So consulting call, 15 min. And then we can just say that free 15-minute consulting call to discuss your needs. Something like that. I'm going to make the event link just like that. And then we're going to make it a default to Zoom. We previously set that up in the last video, so if you haven't seen that, check out that video. And it's going to be on our calendar called Meetings Calendar, which I've created before in Google Calendar. We can schedule events within the next 60 days. I'm going to make it shorter than that, make it just the next 2 weeks, so I can maintain my sort of availability, but it'll depend on your business and your needs. We're going to make it 15 minutes, like so, fixed duration. We can also make it up to the client as well. And then I want events to be scheduled, let's say 12 hours in advance. So I have some notice, time to prepare. And we're going to schedule them on, I think, 15-minute mark for this case. And I want to have a buffer of 15 minutes as well between meetings, just so I have enough time to follow up and prepare for the next meeting. And number of events per day, let's say I want to have 3 of these per day, so I have time to do other things as well. And then, so we set up our availability. Yes, we'll go default availability, so that if I have other meetings or anything else that's in my calendar for that day or for those times, then I won't be available for people to schedule this consulting call. And let's go availability between 9 and 5. That sounds good. And Monday to Friday. That sounds good as well. And then do we want to ask any questions? First name, last name, email, mobile phone. And we can also ask, for example, what's your main need or challenge at this stage? Okay, and we can change what kind of question that is there as well. We'll just leave that as one line. That's great. Now let's just check this email. So ask for an email. Okay. Yep, that's great. And then we can edit the invite details. And these are basically variables. So these will automatically be populated based on the data, the information that you have for that invitee. So we've got the first name, last name, and then the user name, which is you, the user of the account. And we can add in other variables as we wish based on the data that we have as well. So you can see here, we'll leave this for now, but we could change this if we wanted to. So, I mean, I might have at the start of this consulting call, for example, and then event description. And you could change this. Let's add in event description, first name, last name, mobile number. Okay, yeah, let's leave that as it is. This is for the calendar invitation, thank you page. So we can send them to a custom redirect on our website if we wanted to. But in this case, I'm going to leave it as the GReminders standard thank you page just to make it easy. And then we go create. Okay, and let's see. Great. And then let's have a look at this page. Let's see how it looks. So I'm just going to open that in another window. Wow. Okay, great. So we have all the available times. That's a lot. And that's because my calendar is very open at the moment because I don't have much saved in this calendar. This is an example calendar, as you can see. So let's just check. Is there anything else we want to do here? So this is just one event type, and we can add in many different event types if you wanted to have longer meetings. Let's try adding in a group event. So let's say we're going to do a weekly training, weekly automation training, for example. This is a 30-minute weekly training on the latest tips and tricks for small business automation. There we go. We're going to make this a Zoom call as well. Maximum invitees, 5. We'll save it in the same calendar. We can let people register up to 60 days. We said 30 minutes. I'm going to write that here as well. 30 minutes. Set 30 minutes. They've got a book. 5 hours on the hour. There we go. Maximum events per day, 1. Default availability. We're just going to make this on Tuesdays only. And we can leave all these details the same. We can obviously change this if we want to, but just for the sake of making this video a bit shorter, I won't go through all this again. And then we go create. And so now this one has a link as well. Let's test that one out. So there we go. Okay, so now let's go back and have a look at how this looks for the user when they have the consulting call. So let's say they were going to schedule a call for 10. They add their details here. So we'll say Jill at Beanstalk. Just so that I can get a test, I'm going to send this to my email address. Okay, and main challenge, automation, and we're going to schedule. So there we go, and you can see this is adapted to my time where I'm based here. If you're international, if you're working with an international audience, then it'll be, you've got to keep an eye on this, but if it's local, then it shouldn't be too much of a big deal. And so now as the customer, I'm scheduled for this time, and if I needed to, I can change this appointment, reschedule or cancel. Now let's go to my email. Okay, so here is the invitation that I received. This is if I'm the customer Jill, the one that I've just set up. This is what they would receive. It's a Google Calendar invitation, all the details. It's a Zoom call, all set up, ready to go. If they need to reschedule or cancel, it's there as well. And now this is the email that you would receive as the organizer, as the host of the meeting. So we can see that a new event has been scheduled in the calendar, and it has all these details as well, and we can view the calendar there. So let's jump back to GReminders now. Let's go to the home. We can see what pops up here. Cool, so now this call has been added here, consulting call, and that's all set as well. And then the bonus of this is that Jill, in this case, will also be getting a reminder for the basically an SMS reminder and an email reminder about the call, so they can't forget. You can see here, this is what we set up in another video. So check out that video if you want to see that. That's for the reminders. Basically, we've set up these reminders to go out to the audience. So an email reminder and an SMS reminder. And in this case, a voice reminder, but I think that's probably overkill for most people, but it's there as an example as well. So check those videos out if you want to see how we did that in the previous videos. And so that's it. So that's how we create a meeting calendar with availability so that your clients and your customers can easily select a time that suits them and that you have available as well. And they can fill in all the details that they need to before the meeting as well. So I hope that's been useful. Please share any questions or comments you have, and look forward to seeing you in the next video. Cheers.